So you are going to blame Tessa for that.
Of course I will.
She's the new scapegoat. So we're live? Thursday night? Well season, 5:30?
I don't think I'm ready for it. Can we do it again?
Start over, a do-over?
Start over.
No, we cannot.
All right.
Cheers. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Cheers to you guys. Cheers. Ooh, that's a gooder.
That's actually quite good. What is it? What are we
It's
drinking?
from Red Rooster in
I
Oliver.
like Red Rooster. This is
Their wine is very good.
the winery. I think their reds were very good too. And
Their
they were
reds are very
very,
good.
very affordable. That's in South Okanagan, right?
It's in Oliver, yeah.
It's in Oliver, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I've drove in by mistake. And I was actually, I was quite impressed with the whole thing. I brought back a bottle. It was probably one of the best $20 red wine, young red wine that I've tasted from, because I rate the wine by its price.
By the price, yeah.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
so
just-
sophisticated like that.
Love
This is their
Belgian-
2020 Sauv Blanc. It's pretty good. I thought it'd be really good with our tomatoes tonight.
Nice and light, yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited. I love tomatoes.
I do
It's my
too.
jam.
So how's your week been? What's going on?
I'm good. I feel like I'm graduating from school.
Why?
Why?
Well, you got a new apron, I see.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. Can we zoom in?
I don't
On my
know.
left.
You can close.
So anytime, well, I work here, right? At Well Season. So anytime
He comes here.
whatever, you're paying a bill. Anytime ladies answer the phone, I'm like, it's not only Well Seasoned Gourmet. I'm like, hello, Well Seasoned Gourmet. Dennis works here. You have to put that in. And I've been working on it. Obviously, it didn't work. That was a big joke. But Angie was kind enough to get me this apron for our last 2 segments. So I can wear it and I can just like say that Dennis works here.
It was actually Michelle's idea.
Was it?
I think so, yeah.
I would have guessed. She's cheeky like that. I didn't get the band that I wanted, unfortunately.
Band. Like, what kind of band? Like you?
Like a jazz night band, Thursday live band.
Well, maybe we'll do that in the new year when you come back for some more cooking classes after our break. Then we'll fire up the band, maybe.
I don't know. I find it hard to believe. I didn't get it this year. Why would I get it in the
Yeah,
new year?
we're on a budget here, right?
You are. I'm not. It's called cost of doing business.
Okay, so Dennis works here. That's I think he's gonna sleep in this apron. He was pretty excited about it.
Not that much, honestly. I might just wear it to bed without anything and just.
Oh, come
Well,
on.
it is quite very nice, actually.
It is very,
It is a bit of a. What is it? Latex?
yeah. He'll come to work and you'll be
It's
covered
like
in Louis hair.
it's like file. It's just like scrub all the hair off of me,
Oh my
probably.
God.
If I do this.
David.
Chaps? What is a chap?
Assless chaps. You
don't
know,
know
they
what
wear
that
them
is.
when they ride horses. They're leather.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I
Yeah.
should get some of those pants.
No, you should.
I'm
they're
into
not
this new
pants.
party scene now.
Okay, that's a different video.
Well, I've been working in
That's for
language,
your
so-
fans only page, not
Yeah.
for your well-seasoned
Subscribe.
video page. So tonight we're doing tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's that time of year, and I know my balcony tomatoes have come and gone.
I
Mostly
love
gone.
those. I love those ambitious projects of like growing like 5 tomatoes and a single basil plant. I'm like a bowl of pasta. Well, now what? What
Well,
are we out?
I had a tomato plant, and it produced a lot of tomatoes. I probably saved like, I don't know, $3 growing my own tomatoes. It was amazing. So they're done. Actually,
yeah.
my tomato basket got so heavy it pulled itself out of the roof and crashed down to the driveway.
I heard David ate the ones on the driveway.
David ate the driveway tomatoes.
Men have a lot of jobs in North America.
I wasn't home when it happened, so I didn't see the incident.
Ooh, okay.
This is what he's telling me happened. So I come home and the whole tomato
Oh, nice.
basket is
Good
bungeed
move.
together with a bungee cord, and all the tomatoes are gone. I'm like, what happened here? So anyhow, that was my big foray into farming. I still have, no, that's it for food on my, my
if-
strawberries are dead, all of it.
If you don't have the space, just make friends with a farmer.
Yeah.
Or just go to farmer's market, buy for the whole week. And those plants and planters are super cute, but I guess it's a nice hobby for people to.
It looks nice on my patio.
You should see my backyard. I have all the room. Like I have a size of my backyard is the size of Well Seasoned probably.
Yeah.
And I don't grow anything. And it's yellow because government said so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? He goes like, don't use drinking water to keep your lawns green. It's a waste. Enjoy the yellow. It's like a Van Gogh thing.
Suddenly you're listening to the man? That's interesting.
No, I'm lazy to just like waste water on it. It drives my Italian neighbor nuts.
So are these tomatoes from your yard? No.
It is from my friend's yard. He's a farmer. He's Paul. He got so busy. Now I have a portion of my backyard, and I have a deal with Paul. Paul comes, plants everything, takes care of it, and he used to live there. He designed this patch, but like chicken manure and all the organics and eggshells, and for over 5 years to produce perfect produce and tomatoes and this and that. And he's very knowledgeable about it too. So he comes and does all the work. The deal is he can take stuff and sell it to restaurants from there. And both units of the house, we have a big backyard, we're allowed to just go and grab whatever the hell we want. But this year he was, just with the sudden opening of the pandemic, like, you know, all the hotels and everybody just like was ordering so much. He works 24/7 around the clock, and you can see the exhaustion actually.
Yeah.
But
Plus it's been so hot. For us, our farmers are just dying out there in the 40, 50 degree temperatures, trying to get their harvest in before it dies because it's so hot.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole job, though. I mean,
Well, I
yeah.
mean, you can still have a little sympathy for them. He's not sympathetic
Yeah,
at all.
I'm like a stone. It's just I don't have feelings.
So tonight we're doing
Yeah,
tomatoes,
tomatoes,
and you have
yeah.
several varieties here.
I have several varieties. I have, well, let's just call them all heirloom tomatoes. I have some Sun Golds. I have the San Marzano type. And when I have tomatoes like this, like the first one is a tart. It's a crispy tart. And I'll show you the trick. It's an awesome trick. It's one of my cheat, actually, ways
Okay.
to... Could we not interrupt me, please? Cheat ways of doing a very, very fast a tartlet. And if you're nice enough, and if you come to All Season and ask the kitchen, we will have frozen sheet of puff.
Yeah.
And if you're having a hard time sourcing it around, just come by and we'll sell you one. Obviously, I'm
You
like
can buy puff pastry at the grocery store, but it's not the butter puff. It's
no, you can buy them at Superstore, the butter puff.
Really?
Yeah, all
I've
butter
had a hard
puff.
time finding it, but
And it's-
you want to use the all butter puff.
Yeah,
for
don't
sure.
use the margarine one. It usually comes in a sheet that size, and then it's just like usually rolled with wax paper and in a bag, and it's just wonderful because you just leave it at fridge. It thaws. You just roll it out. It's rolled out for you. Remember, in the old days, we would have got these big bricks,
Yeah.
and as if like everybody was a pastry chef when they're able to roll puff pastry, like it warms up and it's uneven.
It's a nightmare. Yeah.
And you look at people's, I guess that would be you.
That was before
Anyway,
Instagram.
Yeah. But anyway, it's a great way of making a quick dessert. Also, it works wonderful with dessert. If you're a person like me, you would have lemon curd in your fridge. You can just bake this shell, pipe the lemon curd in, and you will have dessert in about like 10 minutes. And it looks classy. It's a classy act
And
too.
it's handy to have in the freezer for savory applications like he's going to do tonight. We were talking earlier today about stuffing it. Chef Tessa was talking about stuffing it with escargot and sort of, there's lots of things you can do. He's not an escargot lover.
It leaves
I am.
scum as it walks on earth.
Oh, behave. So maybe we'll get Tessa to cook some escargot for us.
You wanna take
he's
over?
gone. Yeah.
I'm still getting
so the
paid.
puff pastry is really great to keep on hand in the freezer.
Excellent.
And then you're also making a panzanella salad.
Yes, I'm a big bread guy. I have stale bread at home all the time. Like obviously, I buy good bread. Please buy good quality bread. It was hard and dropped the Wonder Bread. Like please, Tessa.
Yeah, you have to use good quality bread for this, and some day old, like even ciabatta, sourdough.
You can use fresh bread for this, but
Yeah.
fresh bread is such a luxury in its form that I think it should be consumed fresh. Like we have a tendency to just grab a fresh slice of bread and put it in a toaster. Like its default was because we work with toast in North America all this time.
You love toast.
No, toast is excellent. There's nothing wrong with toast, but when you have a really nice fresh bread, eat it fresh. Dip it in your salad juices. I don't know, whatever you like to do with it. Yeah, which is dangerous. I always have soft butter on my counter and sea salt. And if I have fresh bread, after 11 p.m., I am all over that stuff. And
Like a fat kid on a sourdough loaf.
14,000 calories later, I find myself passed out in the living room. There's wine spilled. Louis on top of, like, anyway, you get the idea.
That's another video
I'm just wearing my
altogether.
apron, but nothing else. God knows what happened in between.
I feel like we're spiraling.
Anyway, yeah, so that was about, and it's a crispy bread salad.
Yeah.
And it's one of a great way of using your leftover bread. It is super light. And also freshly, but you can't do this ahead of time. You have to just do it just before you're gonna put the salad together, because the outside crisps up. And I usually just cut them in awkward pieces too. I love awkward. So the outside just really crisps in a hot oven, and then the inside is nice and squishy. And I'll show you a nice trick too, just to make that bread take it to the next level. And I'm really proud of this too.
I
This is
see
like
you're busting out the good vinegar and olive oil tonight.
this is the $90 bottle. Obviously, it's in the recipe, but just please use whatever you can afford. Not the balsamic drizzle though. No drizzle. No balsamic reduction.
You don't like the thick drizzle. I think
the
when you've
zigzags?
got- yeah.
That's like 1975.
When you've got really beautiful fresh tomatoes, really good fresh bread, this is
Yeah.
where you want to bust out your really fancy, really flavorful olive oil, your good salt. You want to maybe use your Malden sea salt for these dishes, and maybe not your kosher salt, a really nice finishing salt.
You know what?
and
You
the
know, let's
really
pull up
good-
the Malden.
And the really good
Let's get some.
balsamic.
Let's spend some money on food.
Oh, best day ever. No budget around here. Oh, stop it. You are like out of control today. And what else are we making? The tart and the panzanella
Salad,
salad.
and it comes with a little light protein. I love chicken breast.
Yeah.
I love a little grilled chicken breast. Fried chicken is awesome, but grilled chicken, there's something about charcoal chicken or like that smoky flavor that works really well. You know, it's a kind of a dish that you would eat on a summer evening and feel like $1 million.
And are the olives going in the panzanella? Is
Absolutely.
that- okay, cool.
I'm a Mediterranean. I have olives. I cut some radishes. It doesn't have to be strict also. Like, just look in your fridge, something crispy, something fresh. You can always toss anything in there, really.
Panzanella is one of my favorite salads. I have one in my cookbook actually that the bread is
have a
grilled.
cookbook?
The bread is oiled with good olive oil.
I have a
and
copy.
then, charred a little bit on the barbecue, and then cut up into some, what do you call it, random pieces or
It's Mike Robbins'
awkward-
torn bread.
awkward pieces, and then toss in the salad. And I really like the char on the bread. It goes really well with the tomatoes, just like you're going to have with your charred.
Yeah, this is not
protein.
charred though. Like charred bread is very good too. You just like slap a dry piece of bread on a grill. It softens it up, and what I do is I just pull it out and dose it with tons of olive oil, and I put it. That's actually one of my favorite
I love
breakfasts
it.
ever.
Yeah.
Olive
So-
oil soaked bread.
So, like usual,
That's a good idea.
Chef is going to be cooking those two dishes in real time. If you have questions while he's cooking, or just want to give him a bad time, that's cool too. Just type your comments or feedback in the
I don't really
in the
care.
comment section, and I'll relay them on to Chef while he's cooking. We
Yep.
do have a couple guests in the house tonight. My brother and his partner are here from Calgary, and I haven't seen them in 2 years, since way before COVID, so I'm really excited. So he's making more food than normal tonight because we actually have guests in the building. But you know what's happening next week? Can we just talk about that for 1 second? Next week is halibut week.
Charcuterie is happening.
Next week is fresh halibut class. So halibut season is on, and so we're working with BC Fresh Halibut next week. So you're not going to want to miss that class for sure. There's lots
Yeah, it is, and it's a really, really nice piece of fish as well.
Yeah, our friends at One Fish, Two
yeah.
Fish are going to do a little fish tutorial, how to break down a whole halibut, and you'll learn.
If you've never done it before,
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
it is an intimidating job. I'm not going to lie to you,
is.
because you pay $500, so you have one shot at it. But it is nice to know.
Yeah.
It is nice to know.
And it'll make you appreciate your fishmonger a little more, that's for sure. So that's coming up next week. And next week is our last class before we take our summer break. So anyhow, enjoy tonight, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Do you want a little splash before I leave?
Let me finish this, and I'll take it.
Obviously. We've met, right?
Yeah, I can't do the sober anymore.
I know. There you go. You're being
That's it?
regulated. That's all you get for now.
I sure didn't miss my mother.
Yep.
So, our first dish will be our little tartlet, and it's going to require, and I'll show you how easy this is. You know what? Let's just start with marinating our tomatoes. Now, what I have here is like a little sun golds and some few heirlooms, small variety. I cut them into fours. When I cut tomatoes, I like to cut them in like completely different shapes. I think it's a great way of doing it. Just going to put a pinch of salt on this. Okay, just a little bit, not too much. You don't want to take over the sweetness of the tomatoes, right? It's an accent. It's an important part of the dish. Then I'm just going to grab a lemon. I'm going to zest it on here. Right, lemon zest comes for free, so you might as well just use it. Try not to waste it with the lemon. If you have a bunch of them, you can zest them and put it in a oven with a pilot light on, and you will have a really nice seasoning that you can put in your barbecues and rubs, and barbecue rubs and steak seasoning and chicken seasoning and whatnot. And I'm going to put a whole lemon. So I have my salt, sweetness is coming from the tomatoes. Lemon is going to be my acid. And I like this application quite tart as well.
Would you ever use a lime in this recipe?
Absolutely. Or orange. You can use, what's that Filipino one?
Calamansi?
Calamansi. Calamansi is wonderful too. If you want a sweeter taste, like if you have like really sweet tomatoes, then I would just go even grapefruit. Grapefruit is excellent too. Now to this, I am going to take...
Can I have grapefruit on mine?
What, on yours?
Can I have grapefruit on mine?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll just run to the store for a second.
David's back in the peanut gallery
Yeah,
tonight.
I'm glad he is. And some torn basil leaves, whatever fresh herbs you like and what you have. Obviously, the ones that are edible raw. I mean, don't put sage on there, it'll be awkward. Some mint, dill is great, parsley is great. Whatever you have in your ambitious little garden. Okay?
Can we talk about refrigerating tomatoes for a minute?
Do not do that behavior, please.
Yes, yes, do not do that.
Refrigeration kills tomatoes. It doesn't kill tomato, but it really changes their flavor profile. So
It's not a good idea. Pick your tomatoes fresh, use them within a couple days.
if you can, and I would just keep them on a sheet tray, not touching each other and away from each other and whatnot. But now that being said, we like to eat tomatoes all year round, and there's nothing wrong with that. And because we have awesome hot houses in BC, and they can still produce tomatoes during winter season. So but those are not going to be as good as your summer tomatoes. Still a great approximation, though, I would say. Puff pastry. I have like a 2.5 to 3 inches of a puff pastry, frozen cut. Okay, I'm going to show you how I make my shape. This also is a Danish shape. This is how Danishes are shaped. Keep your one side your parchment on. Fluff on this side. Go back to that. Make sure that it's not sticking to your puff. Now, puff, you have to work very, very cold. If you heat your puff up, which is a horrible, horrible idea. Now, this shape, this is a square. I'm going to put these two tips together and turn them into a triangle. And then with a very sharp knife and very fast, I'm going to make an incision on each end. And you have to do this very fast. You can't do this very slow, otherwise you'll get stuck. And then very carefully open up your puff again. Okay? Now, this is not ideal to do this, but just to show this to you, okay? Now I have this flap and I have this flap. I'm sure you can see it. Okay? And then I'm just going to put it on the actual parchment that I'm going to cook. Then we're just going to take one flap and overlap to one side and take the other flap and overlap to the other side. Okay? Which you can't see. Why am I doing this in the pan? Okay, and just going to go this way. And then I'm just going to grab the other arm and go all the way to this way. And then I am going to have this little diamond-shaped little puff pastry shape. And then we're just going to take a little fork, and then we're just going to prick the bottom so it doesn't rise as much as the sides, because we want the sides to rise. That's gone. Egg yolks, splash of cream. And this goes only on the sides. Please try to keep it on top of the pastry, because the outwards of the pastry is going to expand as layers. And you don't want to apply a glue such as a coagulant protein that coagulates and actually acts like a glue on this. Now from here, you can put anything on your crust on the outside. I put the everything bagel spice, which I love. But I'm just going to put Malden on this. At 400 degrees, this is going to go in the oven for about 13 to 14 minutes.
So if you're having a party, do you do these ahead of time or?
You can bake your shells about 2-3 hours ahead of time. I would warm it up just before you serve it though. Okay, and with the magic of TV, look how beautiful this looks. I mean, it's nice, it's bite-sized, it's not gonna fill you up. It looks nice and elegant.
Super adorbs.
I don't know if that is a word, but. Can I see some credentials, please? What makes you authority? Let's just keep shooting. Now, we're just going to take our little tartlets. I have 6 guests today.
So this is the same application for a sweet tart, except instead of the everything bagel or the salt, obviously you could sprinkle a little bit of coarse sugar on the outside.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Have you ever made a sweet tart with strawberry or with tomatoes? Because tomatoes work really well when they're candied in like a sweet application. Have you ever had that?
I did not, but well, tomato is a fruit.
Yes.
So it has seeds and it's on a wine, right? But I've seen one of my friends make it sweet and sour tomato dressing for a berry salad. And he called it a fruit platter.
Yeah.
It works brilliant with berries also. And what I also would like to do is, so a little dot on the plate so your tartlet doesn't flip-flop around. I love to put a handful of ripe berries in gazpacho as well. Okay. So let's just sit our tartlets here. Pow, pow, pow. Let's get rid of this for a second. We're 6 people, right? 4, 6, yeah. Come on in, don't be shy, man.
Oh, no, we're all good. I'm good.
I know, but you can come in. It's so good. It's not.
My brother claims to be the cook in the house, so he doesn't need any of your pro tips, chef.
Wonderful. I'm glad we cleared that. Now, to the bottom, I'm going to put a couple of tomatoes. You know what I mean? We're layering this stuff. Just a couple, not too full. No questions, Jenna?
It's very quiet tonight. Doug was giving you a bit of a rash at the beginning, but Doug's calmed down. Doug says we should work out something with the Fort Langley Jazz Festival. Well, Doug, we're actually the sponsor of
Well, I'd
the
love to play the flute.
the Fort Langley Jazz Festival this year. So you can order your meal for your virtual jazz festival online.
What's the date?
The Jazz Festival's various dates at the beginning of September.
Oh, amazing.
And they're doing virtual concerts that you can live stream at your own house, or they're also doing a few live events. So,
Amazing. So in this piping bag, what I have is ricotta cheese that's been pressed down with whey. So we get rid of the excess moisture. Depends on what kind of ricotta cheese that you can buy around. And there's orange zest. I'd like to keep it orange for its sweetness. Okay, and then basil and torn mint. Now, this I have put a couple of tomatoes in the bottom. Then I put my ricotta cream in there. And I'm just going to top it up with a couple of pieces of tomato too. Right?
And the ricotta, sorry, did you whip that? I missed the
Yes,
process
it's been
there.
pureed. Ricotta by nature is a kind of a little grainy cheese. This still has some graininess to it. But it's been whipped to be as smooth as your food processor can handle. Okay? And then, let's not wipe the plate with a dirty towel.
It's towel town over there. I'm sure you'll find a clean one.
I wasted $2.50 on towels today, and somebody's upset. And then I'm just going to grab a little fine balsamic and just drizzle it on top of the tart. Just a little bit. Please don't go zigzag on the plate. It's just a very childish thing to do. Keep your condiments on your food, not around the rim or on, you know.
I didn't think you were a garnisher, chef. What's up with this?
This is not a garnish. This is an actual component of the dish.
Okay.
You know those people who put the mint leaf and then right on top of it because they think that it looks cute?
He always says garnish is for children.
It is for children. Garnish is just to hide stuff away. What do you think the eggs Benedict sauce is for, the hollandaise?
Well, that's not a garnish.
That's just to keep the ugly poached egg, if you can't poach them properly, obviously. And then a little bit of olive oil. This is also exceptional olive oil. Should come to should get a mortgage, come to Well Seasoned and get a bottle. And then, so it looks nice and clean, I'm just going to take a basil leaf and I'm going to cover this whole thing up.
And garnish it.
Garnish it.
No, it's tomato basil. It's all over the dish. This is not a garnish.
Oh.
This is just to cover the whole thing up.
That's a garnish. The garnish if I've ever seen one.
We got a tough crowd tonight.
The peanut gallery is like full on tonight.
Where's the bottle of scotch that was in the beginning of the
Well, you
show?
already finished that, so.
I like to drink when I smoke, so.
So you're,
What?
sorry, the tomatoes and.
So there's tomatoes in the bottom.
Yeah.
There's the ricotta cream in between. And then there's a little bit fresh more tomatoes. There's your balsamic. There's your olive oil. And as well as a little bit of basil leaf on top for my garnish.
So this is a really good appetizer, but you could obviously make this into a bigger portion and serve it family style on like a half sheet or a whole sheet of puff. You could
Yeah, you can make a large tomato tart for sure.
and
Absolutely.
turn it into more of a main instead of just a small appy.
And I'll give one to Tessa.
This is exciting.
Of course, sir. She is the chef. I'm Dennis. Or actually, that's the chef.
Dennis works there.
And I just work here. Here,
Yeah.
Dennis.
I like
my
the
tart.
orange in there.
Isn't it?
Garnish.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's sweet.
David's like on fire tonight. I like the orange with the tomatoes. It's really good. How come I thought this was with goat cheese? Did we talk about using goat cheese?
Not at all. You're not reading your menus properly, probably. Just
It's nice instead of goat cheese. I find sometimes goat cheese
This is-
overtakes everything.
this is about sweet tomato flavor. It's all about sweet tomato flavor. It's not about.
Where's the roasted garlic coming from? Oh, it's in the everything bagel.
Yeah.
That's where that flavor's coming from. Yeah, it's really good.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah. So this would be served at, that's mine. Yours is over there. Don't
You
touch
took my
one.
booze away
Mine
too.
has lipstick on it. Yours does not.
I have I have polish on my toenails.
I don't want to know things. So this
I
would be
can
a
show.
really great summer appetizer. Serve this at room temperature, obviously. Don't pop this in the fridge. Don't put your puff pastry in the fridge. If you're making it ahead of time because you're entertaining, make the puff ahead of time and leave it just sitting on the counter where the dogs can't get it, obviously. And then when you assemble it, everything should be at room temperature except for probably the cheese filling. But
Absolutely,
the cheese
yeah.
filling also needs to be fairly soft because otherwise it'll harden up and you won't be able to pipe it properly.
Absolutely. This is about all soft and crispy pastry and soft inside and sweet tomato and fine balsamic and a good quality olive oil. This is actually how we eat at Mediterranean. I mean, we won't make tarts out of this, but you will get crusty bread and sit around a table.
Yeah.
Probably eat like a 3-ounce protein rather than an, whatever ounces, you know, an 8,
Yeah.
you know. And then so you can be comfortable because
And
it's
it's
so hot.
delicious. Did you try it with the wine? It's so good.
I'm not getting one. I'm not going to sit here and eat.
It's so good with the wine.
Yeah.
So the Sauvignon Blanc from Red Rooster is perfect with this. So, all right, next up is the Panzanella.
Panzanella salad. Awesome. Now we can just like paste down a little bit. Now, first things first, let's start with the bread. I have a nice little sourdough baguette here. this is a little bit hardy. If you're serving this to little children or a little bit more older crowd, you can use focaccia. It's more tender. You can use brioche. It's wonderful. But today we're just going to use a little bit of sourdough.
Does it bother your dentures, Chef? Is that what you're talking
I
about?
probably have one of the strongest teeth in a human being that you'll find. I'm fine. I'm lucky, let's say.
You're like what?
I don't go to dentist. I go to dentist probably every 10th year. Pinch of salt, a little bit of olive oil, and I'm gonna pop this in the oven. Okay, goes on a baking sheet, goes in the oven. While we were doing all the talking, last piece of puff is cooked also. So
How
I'm just
long did that take? About 8 minutes? 10 minutes?
12 minutes at 13 minutes. We started
350? No, 400?
at 400. You cook it puff at 400. I'm running it at 450 because we're on a timeline. Obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah. And then let's just marinate our tomatoes just like we did with. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this in a minute. Let's start grilling our chicken. So this is a chicken breast. They came in like few different sizes. One of them was 5 ounces. The other one was 7 ounces. So I slightly trimmed it so that everything cooks at the same time. And then it's been salted. Then I just put a little zest of garlic on it, some fresh summer herbs, so that it just it's like what we do back in home. Obviously, please be very careful with the raw poultry. We don't want to cross-contaminate things. How are we doing so far?
Good. All of our regulars aren't here tonight. It's kind of a small crowd, but all the good-looking ones showed up.
Oh yeah?
Still here.
Yeah, Doug's here.
I don't need a time. Oh, I actually need a timer tonight.
Oh, Doug, you better get out your stopwatch, buddy.
Doug is our official timer. He just watches time.
Because Chef has burnt a couple of things, but, you know, we don't talk about that very much. So that's
Yeah.
why we put Doug on duty. Oh, Sarah's here too. Hi, Sarah. Oh, Sarah, you would love this tomato tart recipe. Elvis, you are gorgeous, buddy. Elvis is in the house.
And I'm just going to, whenever you grill anything, this is also right now contaminated, so I will need to find a plate for it, so it doesn't touch surfaces. Now, whenever you, whenever you're charring something, don't move around on your grill. It's one of the things mistakes that people who grill do. If you're getting stuck, let it char a little bit as the protein coagulates. It will start to pull itself off the grill, then you'll be able to flip it. Especially if you're doing fish, don't freak out. Let it do its own thing for a couple of minutes, and then have a go at it.
But you have
Okay.
to have a super clean grill. That's really important.
Absolutely. Super clean grill. Clean the grease out of your grill to avoid flare-ups. Fire.
I would not recommend cooking 50 Wagyu burgers on a BBQ. That's my pro tip of the day.
Angie did the catering last week.
No, it took me about 8 hours to clean it after that incident. David refused to do it. I would have tipped him.
Well, he has a job already. He doesn't need another one,
He
right?
doesn't need my hand-me-downs.
Yeah. And then let's check the. Now, if you're from 1980s, you can do crisscross grill marks.
Oh.
We don't do those behaviors anymore.
It's the same people with the shrizzle.
Yeah. Are you a grill mark man? Diamond man?
No, I want smooth surface. I want a flat surface. Like, yeah, I don't care about grading.
Yeah, exactly. And also with like the skinnier slices of meat, I would rather just char them on one side really, really well rather than trying to have it go on both sides and then just overcook it. So like a phenomenal crust on one side works better than mediocre crust on two sides. That being said, today we're grilling chicken breast. Chicken breast is a very lean protein, and it does not like very, very high heat, so just be aware of it. The leaner your protein, the slower your heat should be. I mean, you can just like this, char it on one side very, very fast, just like we've done it in a few minutes. Okay? And then leave the second side alone, just to be roasted. Now, I have 6 guests today. I don't want to set the whole place on smoke, and I don't want to get the smoke alarm going, so I just pre-charred it, and I'm just doing 2 demos. This goes in the oven for about 4 to 5 minutes,
So,
or
Chef,
up to 8 to 10 minutes, depending on the size of your breast. Yes.
so Chef, we had a question about the grill you're using, the cast iron grill. How does that, I mean, it's not obviously the same as grilling on the barbecue, but you can cook that on any stovetop, essentially.
Can I have more wine?
Yes, you may.
Absolutely. These things are like tanks. If you don't own one, please go buy one. They're very useful. Now, you're on your own. It's a Wednesday night. You want a piece of steak.
Right.
I'm not going to fire up 20 pounds of charcoal to just for my green egg to come up to temperature.
Right.
I am not going to turn on my gas grill just to grill one steak and just like blow, 1/4 of the tank. So if you're not, if you're, just want a little quickie, this is a great one to have, and it's excellent. The only thing you cannot do on these grills is cook things with wet marinades.
Yeah, it'll just boil.
It will just boil and it will burn. Now you have this, and also this surface can accommodate only 4 people. Thank you.
Because you can't overload it. You'll end up with the same situation.
Exactly, or it'll burn. Now before you put the second batch in, you actually have to
Reheat it.
clean it and then reheat it. So
is this pan, it's flat on the other side?
it is
So it's
flat
like
on
a
the other
griddle
side.
on the other side
Yeah,
for
you can.
pancakes?
Yeah, pancakes, eggs, bacon, just works incredible.
So if you're buying cast iron at home, if you don't have any cast iron pieces in your kitchen right now, I'd really recommend that you buy a brand called Lodge. Lodge is...
Yeah, don't buy anything else.
Lodge is made in the U.S. There's Finex is made in the U.S. and Lodge is made in the U.S. To my knowledge, there's no other brands that are made in the U.S. The rest are made in China. And I just really personally don't trust the makeup of the pan.
And
that it's
also,
fully cast iron.
it doesn't season as well over time.
Right.
It always stays very, very grainy. When you have a Lodge grill like this,
It'll last you forever.
it will last you. Like you can run it over with a tank, and
Yeah.
it'll be just fine.
If you take care of it.
Yes, but even if you just like ignored it, didn't take care of it, it still bounces back.
Yeah, you can still clean it and,
Yeah.
with what is that? Like a steel wool, clean the rust
I would
off
just
it.
burn the whole thing to 1,000 degrees and then just,
Clean
literally
it.
you can just scrub everything off and it just comes back. But take care of it, obviously. They're a little bit more work to do, but they retain heat extremely well.
And you can cook with this on the barbecue as well. You can
I don't see the point of that though.
But if you're trying to do something like an egg, if you're camping and you want to do your eggs and you've only got your barbecue, you can use the griddle side
Yep.
to fry your eggs. You can usually find some really good Lodge pieces at yard sales, garage sales, that kind of
The
stuff.
funny thing
You
is,
have to look for them
I paid, I think, $60 for this.
for this piece.
Yeah. And the next day I took my dog out for a walk and there was another one just to put on the sidewalk and it was unused. I said, all right. So I just brought it over here.
Okay, that's good. So the cast iron's a great investment.
It is,
for
and
sure.
it just becomes better with age.
Yeah.
Just becomes better with age. Now let's check on the oven.
So Chef Kitty wants to know how you get your pancakes and eggs on it. She says they always stick to her cast iron. Her cast iron's not seasoned enough yet, I guess.
Seasoned enough or your temperature is just off. The thing about cast iron, cooking gentle protein on cast iron is, if you overheat it, it will stick.
Yeah.
People say that you should be heating up your pan to smoking hot, which I don't know what that means.
But if your pan is well seasoned,
Okay.
it won't stick.
That is an awkward one, but
So, Chef, I have a question.
Sure.
And all of my grilling has improved quite a bit by cooking it at a lower temperature until I get it up to temperature and then searing it at the end. Does that apply to everything, all proteins? It's better to start off slowly and don't hit it with that searing hot heat to begin with?
I do sausages that way. I just cook it all the way until it's
Sausage,
set.
I've been doing that. I've been cooking it low and slow
Yeah.
until I get up to temperature, and then I can add color at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Sausage benefits from that. Also,
Juicy then, yeah.
Also, you're right, actually. The leaner meats actually benefit from that too, because you're not really applying excess heat to, let's say, a venison backstrap and like really contracting it. You're just gently coagulating the protein.
Yeah,
Just
getting color at the end with high temperature.
once it's coagulated, it's way more hardy, for sure. To this, here are my tomatoes, and there's, I think, 6 varieties in here, and I just really cut them in complete different shapes. Just like the first one, I am going to use my zest. Okay. I love cooking summertime food. It is such a fun way of cooking. It's an excellent way of eating. You feel like $1,000,000. For a change, we'll leave the sour cream and the cream cheese and the mayonnaise to the side, and you know.
There's no yogurt in this menu. I think this is your first cooking class in 18 months that didn't have yogurt in it.
That is like so off, and it's not even
true
close.
story.
No,
I'm going to go back and audit them. Jenna, go audit the classes and find out how many had yogurt.
I'm pretty sure I do. I write the recipes out. I'm pretty sure.
Jenna,
4 months have yogurt.
do something better with your time, and we can work on a couple of SKUs and whatnot.
On my schedule tomorrow. I'm doing it.
Extensive research on what we did here. Well, that's in the past. We're here now. So, that was my leftover tomatoes from the first course. Toss them in there, don't waste them. And I put a piece of salt on it as well. Now, I have some watermelon radishes and radishes just because I have it in the fridge. It's nice to have. I am going to add onions to this eventually. Angie doesn't eat red onions. Diced cucumber. Yeah, half a cucumber. You're going to feed 6 people. You don't know what to do. A large salad just will take it all.
Man. Half a cucumber.
Half a cucumber. We're on a
Wonder-
budget here, man.
I wonder if Heather's watching tonight. She enjoys your
Yeah.
rationing.
It's my first year on the job, so I'm off my proportions. Olives, any olives would work. Moroccan olives, sun-dried olives, Kalamata, pitted olives. I don't care for too much, because once you take the pit out and keep it in the brine, it exposes the brine and it starts to
Deteriorate.
the meat of the olive, and it just steals away from your olive. All right, we're gonna serve some medium rare chicken tonight and see how it goes.
Chicken sushi. Sweet.
For everyone tomorrow.
Chicken
Ooh,
sashimi.
I wish I could call in sick.
You said 10 to 15 minutes, the size of your breast. So
Did you give Doug instructions, Chef? Does Doug know what he's doing, or?
I'm out there now.
Oh my
I
God.
can't.
Doug, he's gone free range.
It was one of the funnier things you've said.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was time. It was time.
Oh, God. It's
Um,
almost over.
A little bit more lemon juice. I love the sweetness of the tomato. I'm not going to push it too much. David is getting weird over there. David, that's not kind of party. We talked about this. Pinch of salt, pinch of pepper. And then I'm going to take the rest of my herbs, mint, pour the mint in. This is going to be awesome. I wish we had big bowls to serve this.
Big bowl? Do you want a big bowl?
Do we have big bowls?
Yeah.
Why, you have 6 of them?
No.
That's where it stops. It's just like-
Do it on nice plates, Chef.
Yeah, I will
You're
do it
all
on
about the
plates.
garnish.
Yeah. And I mean, it just looks like $1 million.
Doug said he was going to remind you earlier you had 1 minute left, but
Let's see the chicken sashimi situation then.
I don't know how he functions in his regular life without you, Doug, to be honest. Doug, I'll give you his cell
Just
phone
fine,
number.
Doug.
I'll give you his cell phone number.
No,
You can
no, no,
just,
no.
check on him
We have a
occasionally.
wonderful webpage called Ask an Angie at wellseason.ca. Yeah. I had 4 slices of bacon. We made some snacks when Angie wasn't around, because we got the budget.
Is that what happened today? You were snacking on bacon?
All day.
Well, we need to eat protein.
All right.
I mean, we're not poor, are we? Crispy bacon. I have 3 slices. What do you do with it? Toss it in your salad,
Obviously.
right? This looks like $1,000,000. Let's get rid of the booze because it's a liability.
It's not the booze that's the liability around here.
Oh my God! Like, can we
Just
turn the
saying.
mic off, please? Oh, please, yeah. Just before I call the security.
I feel like this episode has rapidly deteriorated.
You want to drop the tempo?
There's a lot of
You know what? Let's just get
distractions.
serious. I want to talk about my dead puppy from
Oh
last
my
year.
God.
Yeah, I know. I was listening to the song "Oh Delilah" today, and I just realized her name was Isabella. It sang.
It's
just
not
went
even
to the
close to the
bath.
same thing. Get back to your tomatoes, you little idiot.
Okay. Hey there, Delilah. All right, now my chicken is done. I'm gonna pop this on my grill. Obviously, just get yourself a little probe if you're not sure. And honestly, get yourself a probe. You can buy these things. Well, you can come to Well Seasoned, but Superstore is slightly cheaper. $9.99, I think.
And today's his last day.
Today I get to drive into the sunset.
You can buy one at Superstore, but
Yeah.
it won't last as long, I promise.
Exactly. We have the better version. Just probe your protein. You would like to see about 100. Now, according to the chicken police, you want to go 165. According to chefs, I would just stop it at 147. So we have about like 3 more minutes to go. Our oven is drunk tonight, and he's not doing a good job.
Doug, 3 minutes.
3 minutes, Doug.
Come on, Doug.
What?
Man, the peanut gallery tonight. It's like, what is happening right now?
What are you guys doing over there? Any questions?
No,
All right. That's going to be awkward, I guess, for the rest of it. I'm just going to...
where's your bread? Is it still in the oven?
It's still in the oven. It's crisping up really, really nicely. I am about like 4 or 5 Fahrenheit where I'm from where I want to be. All right. Well, let's just... do you have anything to say?
I have nothing. You told me earlier I talk too much, so now you need some backup? What is with
Yeah.
that?
So here's a pro move.
Oh, pro tip?
Pro tip.
Oh,
Nobody
God.
will show this to you. Now, as your vegetables are marinating,
Doug
Okay.
says done. I don't know if he means you or the chicken, but
now I am going to get my vegetable juice that's been broken down with lemon and herbs and radish and all that. Okay, and I'm going to toss my bread in it. There's a move for you that is not in panzanella salads. Now that's my chicken that's done. I'm hoping it's done. I'm going to roll with it. See what happens.
oh, living on the edge tonight.
As you can see, my bread is golden on the edges, and it's really right on point. Now, you cannot do this slow. Otherwise, your bread is going to get wonderfully soggy, but soggy. This is a crispy bread salad. Get rid of this. Run fastidiously. Oh, God. That was bad. Yeah.
Do you want me to tap in? I'm right here, man. I'm right here.
Stay where you are, Tessa.
What is going on?
You're not licensed. Sorry, I just picked up a wrong side of the ball. But what happened is our bread is soaked up and it's still very, very crispy. Now, just like a responsible cook, let's just taste our dish.
Now we're starting to be responsible. This is good.
Ma'am, I don't speak Spanish, just let me plate my food.
Oh my God. Yeah, chef needs to sing and dance to fill in some time, Doug says. And he
What is
needs
that
more
supposed to
wine.
All right. I mean, look at this. Just all these wonderful marinated vegetables hiding behind an olive oil bottle. You know, we can put the mac and cheese to the side for a night. And then just roll with this. It's just lovely. Put the dairy also on us on the side. Should we put balsamic on this too? No, it doesn't. The first one does, doesn't it? Little red onions, except one for Angie.
Extra for her.
No, let's just be nice, man. There's actually no secrets to this dish. It's just good old cooking. Couple simple things done right. So that's that. Let's grab our bread.
And the store-bought croutons in the box do not work the same
No,
in this
no, this
recipe.
is a
Please
bread-
don't buy those. They're horrible.
This is a bread salad, so like it is an actual bread salad. It's more important than the protein. So please buy responsible bread, or whatever that means.
Responsible bread?
Yeah, good bread. Let's just rinse our hands.
Now we garnish.
Now we garnish with a large chicken breast. Now look at that. I'm hoping everybody has got knives and forks. Or you can totally bite into it. I mean, I don't mind. I did that at an establishment that I used to work. I bit an 8 ounce of tenderloin and just walked around and ate it. It was quite a good time. She
What?
knows.
I know nothing.
And then, with the good stuff, with the good olive oil. Does it call for it?
No, it doesn't. I was wrong. I read the wrong recipe.
Oh, he's going rogue now.
My apologies. Add it if you want, though.
I will make that decision, Jenna. And a little bit of nice olive oil.
I think this is another pro tip.
All the tips tonight.
You're just full of it, full of them.
There you go, sir. I will pass it to the guest on this side.
I brought my cookbook over just in case you need some.
Do you want me to sign
reference.
it?
In case you need some reference
I'm going to sign her cookbook now.
for my
so-
panzanella salad.
Thank you, Chef.
Of course,
So-
man.
In my recipe for panzanella salad, I used some fresh cheese curds in here from one of our local dairies, and it's a really nice addition to the salad. But panzanella, have you ever had it with peaches instead of tomatoes?
Tomatoes and peaches is an incredible combination.
Yeah.
Especially yellow tomatoes and peaches are very similar in texture, and they eat super luxuriously.
Yeah, so that's the pro tip in my book, is to sub out, if you can't get really good tomatoes and it's in the middle of summer and the peaches are fresh, use peaches instead, or use peaches as well as
I would skip the
tomatoes.
cheese curds if I used peaches, though. I would tell you that. You know, but it is. I love summer. BC summer eats. Oh, the oven just caught up to the temperature.
Yeah. Here's your wine.
Thank you.
I love panzanella salad because you can really use up odds and ends. You can put, either a half cucumber or whatever in there.
And it's nice to eat. And you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. At home, I just grab a large bowl and over portion it.
Really? You
Yeah,
do that?
I eat out of metal bowls at home. My sheepdog doesn't understand plating, so we just share food. So
Oh, boy.
he's a good boy, though.
What is your favorite application for summer tomatoes? Is it this?
There are a lot of occasions that I would grab a tomato and eat it like an apple. I think it deserves that respect. I think it has enough, but those are the tomato, not the Roma tomatoes from Mexico that you would do that with. It's from Safeway, right? When I have tomatoes in the backyard, I would just go grab a bowl and just like eat them as a snack, because they've never seen refrigeration. They're very expanded under summer heat, and they burst. I'm sure you've seen those videos. You know, they go to like watermelons in a field. It is so hot outside. You just do this to a large watermelon, the whole thing explodes. So that is the best way of eating fruit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just out of the vine, just fresh. It's not cold, and it's just nice and warm and bursting with flavor.
Any summer fruit that hasn't been refrigerated that you can eat, you know, like a freshly picked apricot, I mean, that's amazing. Peaches, any of the summer fruit, really, cherries, anything that hasn't
We
been
should have had
refrigerated.
peaches in here tonight. You're right, actually.
should have.
Yeah, we should have. I missed out on that one.
It's a really good salad. It's really light. It's just fresh. It's a great way to eat dinner, using up some odds and ends, some scraps of bread. Is just, I mean, it's so easy, and it's stuff that everybody pretty much would have on hand.
There was nothing pre-cooked. Like, we just cooked the whole thing right in front of you, other than just like searing those 4 extra breasts because I didn't want to smoke the place out.
Yeah.
But this would be a great summer's night menu. You know what I mean? Little
Yeah.
tartlet like this, and then I just like little light salad with grilled chicken on it. I mean,
And you can't do this in the winter. It's just not the
It doesn't
same.
work.
No, it's just not the same as garden fresh tomatoes.
No, it
I
doesn't
noticed
work.
the other day you made some pasta at home. Was that a raw tomato sauce that you used?
I never do raw tomatoes. Like,
Oh.
it's not it's well.
Because I love raw tomato sauce with pasta. I'll take this sort of mixture with tomatoes and salt and some really good olive oil, and make just toss the hot pasta with
This
it.
is the third week she was been talking
I
about
know,
this
I
raw
love
tomato
it.
sauce.
It's so good.
It is. It is like what I do is I would toast pasta, dried pasta. I wouldn't do it with the fresh pasta, with raw tomatoes, lemon, and olive oil, and eat it like that.
Some herbs.
Yeah, and eat them at room temperature almost, while it's still moving. I've actually, I've never done that.
It's really good. You should try it on your fresh pasta. It's delicious. I'll come
Yeah,
over.
well-
You can make it for me.
I'll make that decision, but because after this, there'll be a surcharge per person. It's called catering.
I know, because then he's gonna pay me to bring the good ingredients to his house, because he won't be free
I
range.
live on a farm with a farmer in a block and a half.
Okay. We'll see about
I got
that.
chickens. I might have a cow. I don't know. He wanders around.
That's Louis. There's no cow in your backyard.
Louis is a pony.
Pony.
Is a young pony.
So thanks for joining us tonight. We will be back here next Thursday with Wild BC Halibut. You're definitely going to want to watch this episode. It's really great. We have. It's going to be good.
Yeah, it
Halibut.
will. Yeah,
What are
absolutely.
you laughing about?
No, I'm like, okay.
Oh man, it's
So
like Club
confident.
Chaos in
And
here.
next week we are going to have a band.
Yes, there will be a band.
No, I'm going to bring my drum set here. At least I'm going to have a little.
I'm going to bring a recorder.
If I can't bring the full cymbal, I'm going to bring a hi-hat. So we're going to. It's just annoying.
Oh my
Even if you're
God.
not interested in fish or music, just check in for the halibut next week.
If you were worried about us taking a vacation and you weren't sure what you were going to do on your Thursday nights, next Thursday we'll cure you. You'll be like, oh, thank God they're on a break.
Or asking Angie at wellseason.ca. Just send them a mail.
The email is askachef@wellseason.ca, and he refuses to answer them. So I answer
I already
them
have a
all.
job. What am I
Yeah.
going to go home and answer
So
emails?
I was going to change it to Dennis works here at wellseason.ca.
That's not bad, actually.
Oh boy! So he has a lot of dishes to do, and I have my brother to visit with. So
I didn't know it was in the deal.
you're on dish tonight. So thanks for
What
joining
a
us.
joy kill.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Pick up some Red Rooster wine if you get a chance. Pop by your local farmer's
Please do,
market.
though. Like, it's delicious wine.
It
is
is
very
very
good
good.
wine. Yeah, it's great value for your money.
Pop by your local farmer's market if you don't grow your own, and pick up some beautiful tomatoes and some fresh herbs. And we'll see you right back here next Thursday, unless we see you in the store before then. If you're in the store, pop
Come
in,
and-
stick
yeah,
your
say
head
hi
in
to
the
the
kitchen and say
kitchen,
hello. He's the one pretending to work back here.
Dennis works there.
Yeah, Dennis works here.
No, I have somebody that I,
4 days.
yeah, 6 months, 6,
4 days.
yeah.
So thanks
the
for
break,
joining us.
summer break.
We will see you right here next Thursday. Cheers, everybody. Enjoy your weekend.